I keep getting interrupted by airplanes and trains and just everything. It's great. I love it.
My kingdom size, fall for these ocean eyes. You should see me in a crowd. You know when there's nothing to help. Watch me make them bow. One by one. You should see me in a crowd. Silence is my favorite sound. Watch me make them bow.
Hey guys, so I'm editing this video right now, and I just want to say that if I seem a bit scattered brain or like all over the place or am not sure what to say, it's because I was nervous and I was struggling to remember some details because I did try my best to like sort of block it out because it scared me really badly. But yeah, I just noticed while I was editing how much it really did affect me. So yeah, if that's why I seem like that, that's the reason. Hey guys, it's me, Faith, and welcome back to my channel. So I feel like there are quite a few people that have been waiting for this video, and I'm so sorry that it's taken me so long to film it and to get it uploaded. So in like a very small way, I honestly feel like I was putting it off because this particular experience I had was one of the scariest and darker paranormal experience I have ever experienced, and I only really talk about it to like my mom because I tell her everything, and like I don't know, I just feel like talking about it and like telling the whole world. I don't want to like make something mad or like angry or whatever it was, but I'm gonna talk about it. I'm here to talk about it, and you guys don't have to wait any longer. You can finally watch and hear all about this really scary, traumatizing experience I had. It was, I want to say, the beginning, or it was either the end of September or the beginning of October. That's how long it's been. It's already November 14th. So yeah, that's how long I put it off for. And yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so basically this story took place in my bathroom. Love that. Of course, it was around 3 a.m. and I don't know how many of you have seen the video where I talked about my other paranormal experience I've had, where I talked about seeing a figure when I was standing in my kitchen. The time that I saw whatever this figure was around 3 a.m. and they say that 3 a.m. is the time when the veil is lifted between the human world and the spirit world, or it's not lifted, but it's the thinnest, so it's easier for them to come through and whatnot. Ever since that particular experience happened, I literally made a promise to myself. I was like, I'm not going to leave my room at 3 a.m. ever, unless somebody is like awake. But usually my family's asleep around 3 a.m. So for a long time I didn't leave my room between 3 and 4 a.m. But this most recent experience was when I started to sort of get over that fear of having another experience at 3 a.m. I am Christian and God is always with me, and I know that, but I still get scared. Anyways, I was getting over that and I had to go to the bathroom. I was just sitting on the toilet and all of a sudden I hear these footsteps in the hallway, and I will insert some footage of where I heard it coming from and like what everything kind of looks like so you can get the picture in your head. So I hear these footsteps, and everybody in my house except for my grandpa wears slippers. So my mom wears slippers, I wear slippers, and my granny wears slippers. And after a while you kind of get used to the sound, and I just know who is walking and who isn't. So when my mom is walking, I know that it's her by the sound of the slippers. It's weird, but like they each have a different slightly different sound. Anyway, I heard the sound of footsteps, but they sounded like slippers. But they didn't sound like my mom's slippers or my granny's slippers. It was like a different kind of sounding slipper. That doesn't make sense. I think you get what I mean. And immediately my heart like drops and I'm like, something's not right. And in my head I'm trying to figure out like, okay, is this my mom? Is this my granny? And I am going through it in my head, but I'm like, this can't be my mom. She wouldn't be coming from the way that I heard the footsteps. It couldn't have been my granny because she was in her room asleep, and her room is literally right by the bathroom. So if she would have come out, I would have known, like I would have heard her. So in my head I'm trying to figure all this out, and the more I break it down and I realize that it's neither of them, I get even more scared, obviously. But anyways, as these footsteps, and it feels like it's taking forever for the footsteps to just walk down the hallway and then turn where the bathroom door is. So I'm hearing these footsteps, and when they finally get to the front of the bathroom door, they stop. And I'm sitting there listening, waiting for something to happen. I had the bathroom door cracked, but not where I could see out. It was like shut cracked, that's what I call it. If you sort of like open it or close it a certain way, it makes a sound. And the door did that. I was sitting on the toilet, obviously, and you guys see how the door is not closed, but it is cracked? It went like that. And guys, the air won't do that to the door. My mom and I already talked about that and established that the air will not cause the door to open. And I was waiting for somebody to come in and for the door to open. So my first instinct was to go, what? Like that. I literally said, what? Out loud. Expecting my mom to answer or my granny, even though I had already figured that it wasn't them. It couldn't have been them. And it feels like this whole thing is just taking an hour, when in reality it's taken about like from the minute I heard the footsteps to the minute that I hear the door make the sound. It's probably been in about a minute and a half. But it takes like, it feels like forever. And when that happened, I remember getting this like feeling of just bad, like negative. And like, I had never had that feeling before. But if you are the type of person that watches movies, like paranormal movies, or if you watch paranormal shows and you hear these people talking about their bad paranormal experiences where they get this like bad feeling come over them, that's what I felt like. And when I got that feeling, I immediately understood. Like, I knew what these people in these shows would talk about and what they mean, because I just got this feeling over me. It was like negative, but it made me feel dizzy and sick, and I immediately knew that whatever this spirit was, it wasn't anything good at all. Basically, after all of that happened, after the door made that noise, I was sitting there on the toilet, like shaking, physically shaking. I felt frozen, and I was so scared to get up because I felt like whatever it was lingering in the hallway outside of the door. I texted my mom, and if my mom still has the text messages, I will put them on the screen of me blowing up her phone trying to wake her up. I was begging her, like I was like, please check your phone, please check your phone. I was hoping that the more I texted her and the more her phone vibrated, that it would wake her up, but it didn't. I didn't want to yell for her because I didn't want to wake my grandparents up. Anyways, after God knows how long of me sitting there terrified trying to wake up my mom by texting her, it's like the feeling left me and I unfroze in a way, and I quickly got up. I literally like did I even wash my hands? I may have not even washed my hands. All I know is I booked it from the bathroom into my mom's room, and I woke her up and I told her everything. I remember I was shaking and I was on the verge of tears. That's how terrified I was. It's very unsettling, and I still don't know what it was. One more side note that I figured I would add in. My mom told me yesterday that she had a dream the night before where she looked into the mirror that is on our refrigerator in the kitchen and she saw a dark, demonic looking figure standing behind her. So yeah, she told me about that, and it's weird because her and I never really have like scary dreams about our house, and that just freaked me out a little bit. I don't know if there's something negative lingering in my house, but whatever it is, it's not welcome here because this is a house of positivity and love and Jesus. So yeah. But yeah guys, that's basically it for this video. I'm sorry if you were expecting more of like paranormal activity type stuff, but thank God that isn't what happened. To me, it was terrifying. I mean, like, I wish you, well, no, I don't wish you guys could understand because that would be scary for you. But that's basically it. It doesn't sound like much, I feel like, but to me it was a lot and very traumatizing at the time. It still freaks me out a lot, but I feel better because I feel like whatever it was is gone and knows that it isn't welcome here. So yeah, I just don't want anything like that to happen again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. But yeah, that's it. Bye.